So our home plate for tonight is 10 multi-step equations. Here they are, 1 through 10. Make sure you copy those. If not, it'll be up on the video, so you can go look at the video. However, we know that our objective, check this out, look from before to now. What changed? I can solve and graph multi-step one-variable equations. We're showing one-variable equations. The only thing that changes today is that it's going to be multi-step. So now we're going to get into funner stuff. So hold on to your horses. Yay. Or go like this. Go like this. Arr. So that you can bear with me. See what I did there? No? Huh? So you can tiger with me? So you can bear with me? Anyways, we don't need a fur model since we already know what one-variable equations are. Is that correct? And tell your neighbor the 4 steps that we're working on. Very good. So simplify, isolate, plot, check. You don't need to write them down. You already have them, and you have them in your noodle. So to get us started, just to remind us, we're still looking at equations that come from where? From scales, right? So we need to keep them balanced. Therefore, copy this one, example 1. And prior to this, I already gave you guys an example similar to this. Remember that? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. So for this one, I just want you to solve it. You don't have to graph it or check it. I just want us to solve so we can move on to funner stuff. So let me zoom in. See? 2x plus 1 divided by 3 equals to 7. Line down the equal sign. Why? Because it's a scale. We need to keep it balanced. We need to get rid of that 3. What is the 3 doing? It's dividing. What is the inverse? Multiply times 3, yes. Yeah. Multiply times 3. From there, this is a giant 1. Do you guys see the lazy 1 right here? Fill this out, please. Sign it. We're left with 2x plus 1 equals 21. From there, we start here with addition. What is the inverse? Subtract 1, subtract 1. We're left with 2x equals 20. And what is our last step? Divide by 2. X equals 10. Hands if you got that. Okay? So we got these, right? Let me give you another one so you can do this next one by yourself. It should go a little bit faster now that you know the process in case you forgot. Copy this one, example 2. We got 7 equals 3x minus 4 divided by 2. Copy that and solve it, please. All right, here goes the process. Line down the equal sign. 2 is dividing, so I need to multiply times 2 both sides. This is 14 equals, here's a giant 1. We're left with 3x minus 4. Plus 4 plus 4. We got 18 equals 3x. And my last step, divide by 3. 6 equals x. Okay, hands if you got that. All right, so now that we're done with the simple stuff, let's move on to funner stuff. Copy this, example 4. Example 4 says, solve the equation and check your answer. We got 8x minus 21 minus 5x equals negative 15. All right. Here we go. So according to the steps, what is our first step? Simplify. So watch. I'm going to draw my line down the equal sign. So if I was to simplify, that means I need to look at the right side. Can I simplify the right side anymore? No. How about the left side? Yes. For those of you that don't see it, let me cover this up. Do you remember how to simplify this expression? Do you see it? Yes. Who sees 8x and negative 5x that you can combine? We're left with what? 3x. Bring down the negative 21. And then after that, you bring everything else down. Let me move this out of the way. Equal to negative 15, and finish it up, please. Go. All right, so from there we did what? Add 21, 3x equals 6. At the end we divide by 3, x equals 2. Yes? Okay. Do this next one by yourself. Example 5. We got 4 equals 2x plus 5 minus 6x. Copy that and solve. Go. What is the first step, please? Okay. Before that, what do we do to the equation before we get started? Okay, before that, what do we do? Draw a line. Thank you. Pass it to someone. Alexander, what is our next step? Simplify. So can we simplify this side? Yeah, what do we get? Negative 4x plus 5. Tell your neighbor how she got that, please. Okay. I heard she combined like terms. She combined 2x and negative 6x. Is that correct? Okay. Pass it to someone. Who? Francisco. Next. Subtract 5 from each side. We're left with what? Negative 1 equals negative 4x. Pass it to someone. Who? Oh. Divide by negative 4 both sides. 0.25. So negative divided by negative is a positive. It's 1/4 or 0.25. Hands if you got that. That is correct. All right. So let's kick it up a notch. Here we go. Copy this one. Example 6. Example 6 reads 5 parentheses p minus 2 close parentheses equals negative 15. On this one, I do want you to solve it, and then I want you to check it. Go. Okay, here goes the process. Line down the equal sign. Step 1 is simplify. Can we simplify the right side? No. The left side, yes, by distributing into the parentheses. We're left with 5p minus 10 equals negative 15. From there, we start with subtraction. That means we add 10 to each side. We're left with 5p equals negative 5. In our last step, divide by 5. Divide by 5. Giant 1. This is p equals negative 1. Hands if you got that. Okay. From there, I said check. Is that correct? Check. We write 5 parentheses p minus 2 equals negative 15. But instead of p, I'm going to substitute negative 1 in here. Negative 1. And I bring everything else down. The 5 parentheses, the negative 2 parentheses equals negative 15. Inside of the parentheses with negative 1, negative 2, that's negative 3. Negative 3 times 5, that's negative 15. Is that equal to negative 15? Yes. Check. How we doing? Good? All right, let's move on. Copy this one. Example 7. Solve the equation and check your answer. For this one, don't check it, but I do want you to solve it. This one has a little curveball. See if you pick it up. I'll let you go at it for a little bit. Copy it and solve. Go. All right. Here goes the process. Step 1. Well, before the step 1, I'm going to draw my line down. And who can elaborate on the little curveball it showed? Yes. The negative 1 you're supposed to distribute into the parenthesis. Does everybody see the negative 1 here? Okay, now you see it. So you can distribute. This becomes negative 4y and negative 8. Bring everything else down. And now we can combine like terms. Combine like terms. This becomes 6y minus 8 equals negative 20. From there, we need to solve, so therefore I add 8, We're left with 6y equals 12, and it's a negative. Then at the end, you divide by 6, divide by 6. Y equals negative 2. And if you got that. Okay? All right? We got this, right? So just don't forget, look up, please. Don't forget when you get to these, when there's parentheses all over the place, if there's a parentheses that only has a subtraction, to switch everything inside to their opposite, or distribute that negative 1. Do you see it? Yes, Mr. Q. All right, good. All right, let's move on to some word problems. Here we go. Copy this one, please. Example 7. It says, example 7. It says, Jordan scored 7 more points than Kobe. Q scored 2 times as many points as Kobe. In total, the 3 scored 75 points. How many points did each one of them score? Copy that, please, and then we'll go over this together. Okay. So, here goes the process. Whenever we are given word problems, it's very simple to extract from it expressions, equations, or labels and stuff. But the one thing that we need to get used to doing is rereading the problem and then following a process on how to do this. So first things first. Did anybody notice over here that I have a poster called Cubed? Cubed? Okay, cubed means that you're going to circle important numbers, underline questions, box keywords, eliminate information not needed, and at the end, draw pictures or diagrams in case you need them. So, check this out. So, to get started, first things first, let's circle important numbers that they give us. So, the first things first, it says Jordan scored 7 more points. Okay, so they give us Jordan. Does it say that Kobe scored anything? No. Who scored next? Q. So then we're going to circle where it says 2 times as many. So circle 2 times, score 2 times as many. Who? Q. So I circle Q. All right. However, it gives us a total. What is the total score? And then circle that, 75, yes. We're going to find out how that happened. Here we go. Here we go. Now that we have circled important numbers, let's underline key information that we need to get started. First of all, who are they talking about? First person, underline Jordan. I'm going to do that with red. Underline Kobe and underline Q. So that's 3 people. And this is what we need to get started with organizing our information. So check this out. This process that I'm going to show you is called a guess and check table. Tell you never what it's called. Here we go. In order to build a guess and check table, pay attention please. You need to start by identifying how many items they're talking about in the problem or how many people they're talking about. So how many people are they talking about? 3. So with that, we draw 3 lines down. Draw 1, leave a space. 2, leave a space. 3, leave a space. And then 1 across. And now we can label whatever we underline that was key. What was key? Jordan, Kobe, Q, and over here we're going to write total. All right. We're done with that. Next, I want us to go back and read who they give us information on. Let's see. Do they give us information on Jordan? Yes, that's what we boxed. Jordan scored 7 points, so we're going to check mark on Jordan. There it is. Who else do they give us information? Q scored. Okay, so check mark on Q. Who's the only person we do not have information on? So Kobe's going to be our variable, so label it X. I did that with green. And now we can start building our table, going back and reading it again. Here we go. Jordan scored 7 more points than Kobe. So think about it. Don't say it out loud. Jordan scored 7 more points than Kobe. If Kobe is X, how can we write Jordan scored 7 more points than Kobe? Tell your neighbor, please. 7 more points. It doesn't mean 7 times points. It said 7 more points. I hope everybody said what? X plus 7. Write that down. X plus 7. So we got Jordan. Next, it says Q scored 2 times as many points as Kobe. So if Kobe is X, how can we write Q's? 2X, or X times 2. And what is the other information that they give us? The total score was 75. So, question to you. If all of them scored 75, what operation goes in between each of them? Addition. Put a little plus, and this is equal to that. Do you guys see the equation now? So rewrite the equation down here. X plus 7 plus X plus 2X equals 75. Do we know how to solve that? Yes. By now we should have our 4 steps, right? Draw your line down, simplify one side, and solve. See what you get. I'll give you guys some time. Go. Now be careful with your answer that you're wanting to give me. Look at the question. How many points did each one of them score? Some of you wanted to already blur out an answer, but that's not the answer. I want all 3 of them. So, first of all, who saw that we can combine like terms here? That is 4X plus 7 equals 75. From there, subtract 7, 4X equals 68. Divide by 4, X equals 17. Therefore, who's X? Kobe, 17. Jordan, 7 more than him, 24. And Q, twice as him, 34. And those are the scores for each one of them. Our home plate for tonight were the 10 problems. I'm not going to be here for tutoring, guys. I have a meeting after school. However, enjoy your home play. See you guys tamales. Bye. There's a home play in case you didn't copy it. Bye.